this video, I'd like to look at making and removing some directories in the home directory and in the root directory, sort of with and without permissions. Okay, so right now I have two terminals open. This terminal, I can see by the tilde, is my home directory in here. Very sort of cleaned a lot of stuff out, so it's just sort of the main directories provided, documents, downloads, and so on. And then over here, this is the slash, this is the root. So I'm doing ls-a, so I'm seeing sort of everything hidden or otherwise. So here I am back at home. I'm going to make a directory called new folder. I see here, this is sort of alphabetically in columns. And so I'm going MP, music, pictures. So there's nothing called new folder. I'm going to run the command, mkdir, new folder, without any slashes or dots or anything like that. Then we are making the directory as a subdirectory in the current directory. I was home, so now it's a subdirectory of my home. I'm going to run ls-a again. And now we see between music and picture, here is the new folder that we just made. If I try this next command, it's the same command, mkdir, but I have a slash, which means the root. So I'm trying to make a directory in the root, and then I've just changed the name to new root directory. So now before we run the command, sorry, let's look here, and there's nothing of that sort of name here in the root. If I try to run this, I hit paste in the command, hit enter, and I don't have the permission to run this command. So I don't have a permission to make a folder in the root directory. But if I take the same command and throw a sudo in front, and then run the command, it will prompt me for my password, which I've just entered. It was not echoed, so you didn't see it, but I did enter it. And this time it ran, it gave me no permissions and errors. And over in the terminal, we run the command again. Now we see here the new root folder. So I managed from home, I ran a command that created a directory in root, so long as I sort of elevated my privileges using sudo. Now let's try to get rid of some of these directories. I'm here at home. I am going to remove new folder. So that is the local subdirectory, and there was nothing in it. That's important. So it's the remove directory command doesn't want to, under normal circumstances, without any options, only wants to remove something if it's empty. But we just made this and there's nothing in it, so it is empty. So this should work. And let me do the ls-a again. And now again, there's nothing between music and pictures. We remove the directory called new folder. If I were to run that again, it should say there was no such directory to remove. Now, if I try to remove the new root, so oops, I missed the R in removes. So remove directory, there we go. So I'm trying to, again with the slash, I'm trying to remove something new root folder from the root directory, and there is a new root folder in there. But I'm not giving myself permission, so this should fail for permission reasons. But if we take that same command and add sudo in front, we will give ourselves the elevated permission to perform this action of removing the directory from the root directory, this sort of subdirectory from the root directory. It will not ask me for password this time because within this session, it has remembered my password. So I have to say sudo the second time, but I don't have to say enter my password the second time. It's being sort of remembered. And then I go over here to the terminal and let me run the command again. And now we see there's no, it was before next to lost and found. It's not there anymore. So we have gotten rid of it. So just some to work outside of outside of the home, outside of your home where you don't have the permissions, you will need a sudo in making and removing directories. Okay, that's what I wanted to show you in this video. Thanks very much for your attention.